set forth. So a lot of what I'm going to talk about here will be a continuation of what those goals were, the course of the direction that we decided to go with, and sort of where we are currently with our situation within the university and the goals for what we're planning to do facility-wise. I did want to point out and thank a few more people though before we get into this. In the back corner there are kind of the old guys. All of them at some point rode in the Coliseum for their winter training, and two of them, Bob and Jess, and then Kurt, hosted a couple of the 2-4s this weekend, so thanks to you guys for that. All right, so a year ago we had we were talking about what we needed. We knew that this our indoor training situation needed to improve. We had some possibilities for, and we didn't know exactly a year ago where things would stand with our indoor training space with the women's team. Over the course of the last year, a lot has happened with this. So I wanted to just kind of update a little bit and go back several years. This is actually the 4th year in a row now that the Tons have hosted this brunch, and we identified some needs then, one of which was an indoor training facility. These were very conservative estimates at the time. We were just trying to make sure that we got the highest dollar figure that we could imagine, I guess, for what we had. But some of these needs have actually been addressed. We do, the Batons gave a scholarship gift to get that endowment started. That is currently held within the university, and as the officers and I are finalizing the constitution for that, the first person or people will benefit from that this current year. All right, so that's a good thing. And then I mentioned last year that we had another need that emerged above all the others, and that was the indoor training facility. So I had put up a sample of this space that we looked at that was not far from the football stadium on Hoover Street, and we had drawn up some mock drawings, and that was early on a year ago in those discussions. We do have an MRA board member here, Wes Veer, who raced in the Champ Single yesterday. Wes and the other board members and I were talking about a course of direction, and there's a person who's not here, whose name I may reference quite a bit, a guy named Justin Ham, who graduated in '97 and is a realtor in Ann Arbor, and to be honest, he and I conversed almost daily about stuff like this because he's still heavily involved with trying to find just the right site. But I wanted Wes to talk a little bit about what MRA decided to do here and the direction that we chose.
Yeah, so a couple of the other MRA board members and I, so MRA, Michigan Rowing Association, it's the alumni association that we have for our team. We have a board of 9 members, executive officers, and a couple board members, but we've done a lot of due diligence as far as what we would need to do in order to actually accomplish creating facilities like we had imagined for that space. Unfortunately, due to just zoning requirements, that space became totally unfeasible as far as giving us enough room to host the entire team in our facility, and then also be even close to within our budget. So as of right now, we have looked at a number of different facility options, or a number of different, I guess, property options to build new facilities. But basically, we have found that like there aren't any ideal situations right now as far as properties that are available. So we have transitioned into looking at the new or the new building that Greg has found recently.
All right, so, thanks, Wes. So basically, that site was not feasible, and, so essentially we moved on, waiting for the right situation to come our way. So what our team needs in regards to this, right, we need a place where we can train together all in one space at the same time. We're talking roughly 75 machines and locker rooms, place that we have some flexibility where guys could pop in and do workouts on their own, a place where we're the priority, where we get to set the schedule and are not at the mercy of whatever people who oversee the facility feel like giving us. And then, it needs to be near campus, within a mile or so. So now we're talking about, some probably highly sought after properties, if it's that close to campus. And they do come up every so often. I mean, it's not like, they aren't available. It's just, the right situation, right? So we did have a good, a prospective plan in the interim, to move to the women's facility, which is being built on the South Athletic campus, and that facility is on schedule. It's scheduled to open in the winter of 2018, so January, and we would have a time block in there. It is, like I said, overseen by the athletic department, and that right there will restrict a little bit about what we can do in there. Part of the thing that's come along that has made this a little less attractive, I would like Rosie to speak to, because it's a situation that I think the team members and I are not exactly on board with. Rosie?